Stop trying to get it and you'll have it. Imagine for a moment that everything you desire already belongs to you. Close your eyes and feel it, not as something distant or elusive, but as a reality that exists here and now. This is the great secret. The harder you try to get something, the further you push it away. Why? Because trying to get assumes you don't have it. And as long as you live in that assumption, it remains true for you. Creation begins with being, not doing. You cannot get what you are not first willing to be. If you want love, embody the feeling of being loved. If you desire wealth, walk through life as though abundance is already your companion. This isn't pretending, it's living from the truth of your desired state. Let me tell you something profound. Your outer world is merely a shadow cast by your inner state. The moment you assume something to be true within, it begins to take form without. But most people don't trust this. They strive, they worry, they chase, never realizing that their effort is born from a belief in lack. Instead, I urge you to surrender, not to give up, but to relax into the conviction that what you desire is already yours. Look around less and imagine more. Speak to yourself as though your dream has already come to pass. When you do, you will notice something remarkable. The struggle disappears, and in its place, a quiet confidence arises. Faith is the cornerstone of this process. Faith doesn't ask for proof, it creates it. When you live in the end, when you trust in the unseen, life will conspire to bring your vision to life. You don't need to figure out how. It's not your concern. Your only task is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Finally, let gratitude be your guide. Not gratitude for what you hope will come, but gratitude for what you know is already yours. Feel the joy, the relief, the satisfaction now. And as you do, watch how effortlessly your world changes to mirror your inner transformation. So, stop trying to get it. Instead, live as though you already have it. Your desires are not outside of you, they are born from within. And when you realize this, you'll discover that the life you've dreamed of is already here, waiting for you to claim it. True creation begins with a simple yet profound realization. The more you struggle to get something, the further away it seems. The effort to achieve often carries with it an underlying belief that what you want is not yet yours. This belief creates a mental distance between you and your desire, perpetuating a cycle of frustration and longing. But what if the key to achieving everything you've ever wanted wasn't in the striving, but in the letting go? What if the true path to creation is to live as though you already have it? When you deeply desire something, your natural inclination might be to pursue it relentlessly. You tell yourself that if you work hard enough, struggle long enough, and sacrifice enough, you'll eventually achieve it. But what you may not realize is that this approach is rooted in a mindset of lack. By constantly chasing after something, you are in essence affirming that it is not already yours. This state of lack becomes your point of focus, and because your inner state dictates your outer reality, you end up manifesting more of the same. More lack, more struggle, more longing. The secret lies in shifting your perspective. Instead of trying to get something, start living as though you already have it. This doesn't mean pretending or engaging in wishful thinking. It means cultivating the feeling that your desire is already fulfilled, that it's a reality here and now. When you operate from this state of being, you align yourself with the outcome you seek, and life begins to mirror that inner reality back to you. This is not a process of forcing or manipulating your external circumstances. It's about changing your inner world, which naturally influences the outer. Imagine the difference between two people walking toward a goal. One is anxious, doubting whether they'll succeed, constantly pushing harder to compensate for their fear of failure. The other moves forward with quiet confidence, knowing that success is inevitable. The first person's energy is filled with resistance and struggle, while the second person's energy flows effortlessly. The second person isn't trying to get anything. They're simply aligning with what they already believe is theirs. When you live as though you already have what you desire, your focus shifts from lack to fulfillment. You stop looking at the world through the lens of, "I need this to be happy," and start appreciating the abundance already present in your life. This state of gratitude and contentment creates a powerful magnetism. People, opportunities, and resources naturally gravitate toward you because you're no longer chasing or clinging. Instead, you're radiating the energy of someone who is whole, someone who already has everything they need. Consider this. Every time you imagine having what you desire, you're planting a seed in your subconscious mind. But if you constantly dig up the seed to check whether it's growing, through doubt, worry, or overanalysis, you're hindering its natural development. Creation is not about force. It's about faith. It's about trusting that once you've planted the seed, the universe will take care of the rest. Your role is to nurture it with the feeling of already having, not to disrupt it with the fear of not having. This shift from struggle to ease is not just a change in mindset. It's a transformation in your entire way of being. It requires you to let go of old patterns of thought that equate effort with worthiness, that make you believe you have to earn or deserve your desires. Instead, it invites you to embrace a deeper truth, that everything you seek is already available to you. It's not a matter of bringing it into existence. It's a matter of aligning with it. When you stop struggling to get something, you free yourself from the limitations of lack. You open up space for inspiration, creativity, and intuition to guide you. You become attuned to the opportunities that were always there, but hidden by your focus on struggle. And in this state of ease, you realize that true creation is not about doing more or trying harder. It's about being, feeling, and embodying the reality you desire. The secret to achieving your desires is not found in effort or external pursuits, but in embodying the state of being your ideal self right now. Too often people make the mistake of placing their happiness, success, or fulfillment somewhere in the future. They tell themselves, "Once I have this, then I'll feel complete," or "When I achieve that, I'll finally be the person I want to be." This mindset creates a gap between who they are and who they wish to become. But the truth is, there is no gap. The person you want to be already exists within you. It simply requires your willingness to claim and embody it. To become your ideal self, you must first understand the relationship between your identity and your reality. Your outer world is a reflection of who you believe yourself to be. Every action you take, every decision you make, and every experience you attract stems from the conception you hold of yourself. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, you'll continue to encounter struggle. If you view yourself as someone destined for success, opportunities will seem to unfold effortlessly. Your world conforms to your self-picture because you cannot consistently behave in a way that contradicts your core beliefs about who you are. This is why change doesn't begin with actions or strategies. It begins with being. The moment you choose to embody the qualities of your ideal self, you shift the foundation of your reality. You don't wait for external circumstances to validate this change. You live from the truth of it now. If your ideal self is confident, act with confidence today. If your ideal self is prosperous, carry yourself with the calm assurance of abundance. These aren't performances or pretenses. They are acts of alignment with the version of yourself that already exists in potential. Many people resist this concept because they believe they need evidence before they can feel a certain way. They think, I'll feel successful once I've achieved success, or I'll feel loved when someone shows me love. But this logic is backward. Creation doesn't flow from the outside in, it flows from the inside out. You must feel successful to attract success. You must feel love to draw love into your life. When you embody the state of your ideal self, you create the conditions for your desires to manifest. Embodying your ideal self is not about faking it or ignoring your current reality. It's about shifting your focus from what you lack to what you already possess within you. Instead of waiting for the world to give you permission to be who you want to be, you give yourself that permission. This act of inner commitment sends a powerful message to your subconscious mind. This is who I am now. And because your subconscious mind governs your behavior and perceptions, your outer world begins to change to match your new self-concept. This process requires imagination and faith. You must be willing to see yourself differently, even if there's no immediate evidence to support this new identity. Imagine how your ideal self would think, feel, and act. What habits would they have? What choices would they make? What beliefs would they hold? Spend time each day visualizing yourself as this person, not as a distant goal, but as your current reality. Feel the emotions associated with this version of you: joy, confidence, freedom, or peace. These feelings are the key to anchoring this identity within you. As you embody your ideal self, you may notice subtle but profound shifts in your life. Conversations unfold differently, opportunities arise where there seemed to be none, obstacles that once felt insurmountable now seem trivial. This is not magic, it's the natural consequence of living in alignment with your highest self. The world is merely reflecting back the energy you are projecting. When you change who you are being, the world has no choice but to respond accordingly. This approach does require consistency and patience. The old self may try to reassert itself, especially if you've spent years identifying with limitations or doubts. But each time you choose to return to the state of your ideal self, you strengthen that identity. Over time, it becomes second nature. You no longer have to try to be this person. You simply are. And when you are, your desires are no longer something you chase. They are a natural expression of who you've become. The process of manifestation becomes effortless when you release the need to force outcomes and instead allow them to unfold naturally. Many people operate under the belief that if they just try hard enough, push a little more, do a little more, they can bend reality to their will. But this approach often leads to frustration and exhaustion, as the very act of trying implies resistance. It sends a signal that what you desire is out of reach, something you must fight to attain. The harder you push, the more you affirm the absence of what you want, and the further away it seems. True manifestation doesn't come from effort, it comes from alignment. When you try to force something into being, you are operating from a mindset of control, which is rooted in fear and lack. You fear that if you don't act, nothing will happen. You fear that without constant effort, your dreams will slip away. But this mindset is counterproductive because it keeps you locked in a cycle of struggle. Manifestation is not about controlling every detail. It's about trusting in the flow of life and knowing that what you desire is already on its way. Think of a river. The current flows naturally, effortlessly, carrying everything along its path. Now imagine someone jumping into that river and struggling against the current, trying to force it to go faster or change direction. Their struggle doesn't speed up the flow. It only creates resistance and exhausts their energy. This is what happens when you try to force manifestation. Instead of working with the natural current of life, you're fighting against it, making the journey far more difficult than it needs to be. Effortless manifestation begins with a state of relaxation. When you relax, you let go of resistance. You stop fixating on how or when your desire will materialize and instead trust that it will. This doesn't mean you do nothing. It means your actions come from inspiration, not desperation. Inspired action feels light, joyful, and aligned. It arises naturally from the state of already believing in the fulfillment of your desire. In contrast, desperate action feels heavy, forced, and rooted in fear. Relaxation doesn't mean indifference or apathy. It's a state of calm confidence that allows you to receive. When you're relaxed, your mind becomes open and receptive to ideas, opportunities, and solutions that align with your desire. You stop micromanaging the process and start allowing the universe to work on your behalf. This state of allowing creates a powerful magnetism, drawing people, resources, and circumstances to you in ways that often seem miraculous. Consider the moments in your life when something wonderful happened effortlessly. Maybe you met someone special at the perfect time or received an unexpected opportunity that changed everything. These experiences likely occurred when you weren't trying to force anything, when you were relaxed, open, and aligned with the flow of life. This is the essence of effortless manifestation. It's not about effort, it's about ease. The more you try to control, the more you signal that you don't trust the process. But when you trust, you create space for magic to happen. Trust is not passive. It's an active state of knowing that everything is working out in your favor, even if you can't yet see the evidence. It's choosing to focus on the end result and feel the joy of its fulfillment now, rather than worrying about how it will come to be. When you relax and allow, you also become more attuned to your intuition. Your intuition is the guiding force that leads you to take the right actions at the right time. But intuition can't be heard over the noise of constant striving. It speaks in moments of stillness, when you've let go of the need to control and opened yourself to receive. By trusting this inner guidance, you'll find that the steps you need to take come effortlessly and naturally, without strain or overthinking. Effortless manifestation is not about giving up. It's about giving in to the flow of life. It's about understanding that the universe operates on principles of harmony and alignment, not force. When you relax, you align yourself with these principles. You become a co-creator rather than a controller, working in partnership with the infinite intelligence that orchestrates all things. So, release the need to force. Let go of the belief that you must earn or struggle for your desires. Relax into the knowing that they are already yours. When you do, you'll find that manifestation is not something you achieve, it's something you allow. The foundation of your entire reality is built upon one undeniable truth. What you assume to be true within yourself shapes your outer world without exception. Your assumptions act as the silent architects of your life, crafting the experiences, relationships, and circumstances you encounter. This is not merely a philosophical idea, but a law of existence. Your external reality mirrors the beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. Every person carries within them a set of assumptions, whether consciously or unconsciously. These assumptions are the stories you tell yourself, the beliefs you cling to, and the feelings you habitually embody. They create the lens through which you view the world, And because your perception governs your actions and expectations, they dictate the outcomes you experience. If you assume life is a struggle, you'll find yourself surrounded by obstacles. If you assume you are unworthy of love, you'll encounter relationships that affirm this belief. Conversely, if you assume abundance, joy, or success, your life will reflect those truths with unwavering precision. The power of inner assumption lies in its subtlety. You may not even be aware of the beliefs shaping your reality because they often operate beneath the surface of your conscious mind. They are ingrained habits of thought, patterns you've accepted as facts over time. But whether you are aware of them or not, they are always at work, silently creating your world. The key, then, is to take conscious control of your assumptions and align them with the life you desire to create. To change your reality, you must first change what you assume to be true about yourself. This requires you to look inward and identify the beliefs that are no longer serving you. Ask yourself, what do I truly believe about who I am? Do I see myself as someone capable of achieving my dreams? Or do I harbor doubts and fears that keep me stuck? Once you identify these limiting assumptions, you can begin to replace them with empowering ones. The process begins with imagination. Your imagination is the tool that allows you to reshape your inner world. Close your eyes and see yourself as the person you wish to be. Imagine living the life you desire, not as a distant dream, but as a present reality. Feel it, hear it, taste it. Engage all your senses in this mental creation. The more vividly you imagine, the more real it becomes within you. And as it becomes real within, it will begin to manifest without. But imagination alone is not enough. It must be accompanied by belief. You must believe in the truth of what you assume, even if there is no physical evidence to support it. This is where many falter. They look to their current circumstances for validation, forgetting that circumstances are merely reflections of past assumptions. Instead of relying on the outer world for confirmation, rely on your inner conviction. Assume the feeling of your desire fulfilled and trust that the outer world will align itself accordingly. This process may require persistence, as the old assumptions often resist change. The mind clings to what is familiar, even if it no longer serves you. But with practice, the new assumptions will take root and begin to shape your reality in ways that feel effortless and natural. Every time you consciously assume a new truth about yourself, you are planting a seed in your subconscious mind. And just as a seed takes time to grow, so too will your assumptions eventually bear fruit in the physical world. The beauty of inner assumption is that it places the power entirely in your hands. You are not at the mercy of external forces, circumstances, or other people. You are the creator of your experience, and the canvas of your life is painted by the thoughts and feelings you hold within. This realization is both liberating and empowering, for it means you can change any aspect of your life simply by changing what you assume to be true. It is important to understand that this power works without exception. There are no neutral assumptions. Every thought you persistently hold has creative power. This is why it is essential to become mindful of your inner dialogue and emotional state. Are you dwelling on fears, doubts, and limitations? Or are you nurturing thoughts of possibility, abundance, and fulfillment? Your outer world will always reflect the dominant assumptions you hold, so choose them wisely. Ultimately, the power of inner assumption is the key to unlocking the life you desire. By consciously directing your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings, you take control of your destiny. Your outer world cannot help but align with the reality you assume within yourself. As you master this principle, you'll discover that the life you've always dreamed of is not something to be achieved. It is something to be assumed, and experienced right now. Faith in the invisible is the cornerstone of all creation. It is the unwavering trust that what you hold as true within yourself will manifest in your external reality, even when there is no physical evidence to support it. This trust is not blind optimism or wishful thinking. It is a deep inner conviction that transcends the limitations of the physical senses. It is the ability to see with the mind's eye and feel with the heart what is not yet visible to the naked eye. When you hold faith in the invisible, you recognize that the world you see around you is not fixed or unchangeable. It is simply a reflection of your past thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. Just as a mirror reflects your current appearance, your external reality reflects your current state of consciousness. To change the reflection, you must first change what you see within yourself. This requires faith, a knowing that the invisible process of creation is always at work, even if you cannot yet see its results. Faith is the bridge between your inner world and your outer reality. It allows you to persist in your conviction, even when the outer world seems unchanged or contradictory. This persistence is vital because the physical world operates on a delay. The seeds of thought you plant in your mind today may not bear fruit immediately, but they are always growing beneath the surface. Like green water trees, the seeds of faith are protected by death. Just as you wouldn't dig up a planted seed to check its progress, you must resist the urge to doubt or waver in your faith, simply because the results are not yet visible. Trusting in the invisible requires you to shift your focus from what is to what will be. It means placing your attention not on your current circumstances, but on the reality you desire to create. When you focus on what you want with faith and conviction, you set powerful forces into motion. The universe begins to rearrange itself to align with your inner state. Opportunities, connections, and circumstances start to appear in ways that seem almost magical, but they are simply the natural result of your inner alignment. This process does not require force or struggle. In fact, faith operates most powerfully in a state of ease and surrender. When you trust that your inner conviction will materialize, you release the need to control every detail of how it will happen. You allow the infinite intelligence of the universe to work through channels you may not have anticipated. This openness and surrender are not signs of passivity. They are expressions of profound confidence in the creative process. Faith in the invisible also requires patience. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the evidence of your senses tempts you to abandon your conviction. But these moments are opportunities to strengthen your faith, not weaken it. Every time you choose to trust in your inner vision, despite outward appearances, you reinforce your creative power. Over time, this trust becomes unshakable, and you find yourself less affected by the fluctuations of the external world. It's important to remember that faith is not dependent on results. It is the precursor to results. If you wait for evidence before believing, you are placing the cart before the horse. Faith requires you to believe first, to feel the reality of your desire fulfilled before it takes form. This feeling is the magnetic force that draws your desire into manifestation. It is the silent assurance that what you seek is already yours. Consider the greatest achievements in history. They all began with invisible ideas, held with unwavering faith by those who dared to believe in them. These individuals did not wait for proof before taking action or holding their vision. They trusted in the power of their inner conviction, knowing that the visible world would eventually catch up to their belief. This same power resides within you. Your faith in the invisible is the catalyst for bringing your dreams to life. To cultivate this faith, spend time daily connecting with your inner vision. Close your eyes and immerse yourself in the feeling of your desire fulfilled. See it, hear it, and most importantly, feel it as though it is already real. This practice strengthens your faith and keeps your focus on the reality you are creating rather than the one you are leaving behind. The more vividly you imagine and feel, the more your faith grows, and the faster your external reality aligns with your inner state. Ultimately, faith in the invisible is the ultimate act of creation. It is the recognition that the unseen is not separate from the seen, but is in fact the source of it. When you trust in your inner conviction and hold steadfast in your belief, you align yourself with the limitless power of creation. And as you do, you come to realize that the invisible is not merely the precursor to the visible. It is the very foundation of everything you experience. Gratitude is the key that bridges the gap between where you are and where you desire to be. It is a powerful force that aligns your present state of being with the reality you wish to create, accelerating its manifestation with effortless precision. Gratitude, when truly felt, is more than a polite acknowledgement of what is. It is an energetic alignment with the fulfillment of your desires. It transforms your inner state, placing you in harmony with the very things you are seeking. When you express gratitude for what has not yet manifested, you are affirming its presence as though it already exists. This is not an act of pretending, but a declaration of belief in the unseen. By giving thanks for your desired reality, you are claiming it as yours. You are stepping into the vibration of having rather than wanting. This shift is crucial because wanting something implies lack, while gratitude affirms abundance. The universe, in turn, responds to this state of abundance by reflecting it back to you in tangible ways. Many people reserve gratitude for when their desires materialize, but this approach delays the process. Gratitude must precede the manifestation, not follow it. When you cultivate gratitude for the unseen, you are planting seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Each grateful thought is like watering those seeds, nourishing them until they grow and bear fruit in your physical reality. It is a process that works with unwavering precision, for your emotions are the creative power that shapes your world. Gratitude has a magnetic quality. It attracts more of what you are grateful for. When you focus on the feeling of gratitude, you are placing your attention on what is good, abundant, and fulfilling. This focus expands your awareness, allowing you to notice opportunities, ideas, and pathways that align with your desires. It is as though gratitude sharpens your vision, enabling you to see possibilities that were previously hidden. This heightened awareness creates momentum, drawing your desired reality closer to you. The beauty of gratitude is that it is a choice you can make at any moment, regardless of your current circumstances. Even if your outer world does not yet reflect your inner vision, you can still find countless reasons to be grateful. Start by appreciating the small things, the warmth of the sun, the breath in your lungs, or the love of a friend. These moments of appreciation build a foundation for deeper gratitude. As you practice, your capacity for gratitude will grow, and so will your ability to manifest. When expressing gratitude for the unseen, it's essential to engage your emotions fully. Gratitude is not a mental exercise, but an emotional state. Simply listing things to be grateful for is not enough. You must feel the gratitude as though your desire is already fulfilled. Close your eyes and imagine your desired reality vividly. See yourself living it, experiencing it, and enjoying it. Then let the feeling of gratitude well up within you, as though it has already come to pass. The more real this feeling becomes, the more powerful its effect on your reality. Gratitude also dissolves resistance. When you are grateful, you are in a state of acceptance and flow. You are not pushing against your current circumstances or resisting the process of creation. Instead, you are embracing the journey, trusting that everything is unfolding perfectly. This state of flow allows the universe to work through you and for you, opening doors you could never have anticipated. Moreover, gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance. When you feel grateful, you are acknowledging the blessings in your life, no matter how small they may seem. This shift in focus rewires your mind to notice abundance in all its forms, creating a positive feedback loop. The more you recognize and appreciate, the more you attract experiences that match this vibration. Gratitude transforms your mindset, turning even the most challenging circumstances into opportunities for growth and fulfillment. It is also worth noting that gratitude has a transformative effect on your energy. When you are grateful, your vibration rises. You feel lighter, more joyful, and more connected to the flow of life. This elevated state of being is the fertile ground where manifestation thrives. High vibrations attract high vibrational experiences, and gratitude is one of the most potent ways to elevate your energy. Gratitude for the unseen is not only a practice but a way of being. It is a declaration of trust in the process of creation and a celebration of the infinite possibilities available to you. When you live in a state of gratitude, you become a magnet for miracles. You no longer wait for circumstances to dictate your emotions. You take charge of your inner state, knowing that your outer world will follow. Through gratitude, you align yourself with the divine rhythm of life, accelerating the manifestation of your desires with grace and ease. The journey of manifesting your desires is not about chasing after something outside of yourself, but about embracing the truth that creation begins and ends within you. Each point we've explored leads to one unshakable realization: you are the creator of your reality. By shifting your focus inward, assuming the feeling of your desires fulfilled, and trusting in the unseen processes of creation, you align yourself with the limitless power that is already yours. There is no need to force, struggle, or question the path ahead. Desire without struggle sets the foundation. Becoming the ideal version of yourself brings your vision to life. Effortless manifestation reminds you to let go and trust. Inner assumption shapes your world with precision. Faith in the invisible guides you when physical evidence is absent, and gratitude for the unseen accelerates everything by grounding you in abundance. Together, these truths reveal the ease and simplicity of creating a life that reflects your highest aspirations. What you desire is already within you, waiting to be claimed. The moment you stop seeking outwardly and start embodying the reality you wish to experience, the outer world will fall into place. Trust in the process. Live as though it is already done, and watch as your world transforms effortlessly. The power to create is yours. Use it with faith, confidence, and joy.